time is it?
Shit. 2 minutes to 10.
Greetings to everyone. I'm coming. Can you read something about out in Antarctica?
Before your binge-watching journey begins, we want to...
Antarctica. It is cold as shit. No one lives there. Which one am I reading?
Just get in front of the camera and read about Antarctica. What it's about.
I'm sure you told me before. I found something. You want? I got you this. You don't want that? No? Alright. How y'all doing, family out there? You got it? Tonight we're doing a video. Actually, she's doing a remote viewing on, Nikki's doing a remote viewing on Antarctica. And a lot has been said about Antarctica. A lot of conspiracy theories. There's the government's hiding something. What else they had been saying? There's fallen angels and all of that there on Antarctica. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna actually, well, not me. Nikki's gonna actually go in and remote view and tell y'all what she sees.
Call me Nikki and call me Wunam.
Wunam. She's gonna go in and see, tell y'all what she sees. Do any of y'all have any questions that y'all want me to ask Wunam?
You ain't find nothing on Antarctica.
Anybody got any questions? Let's see what.
What's that?
Antarctica. It's Antarctica is its own continent. Southernmost continent. It contains the geographic South Pole. It is situated in an Antarctic region. Antarctic region, southern hemisphere, almost entirely south of the Antarctic Circle. It is surrounded by Southern Ocean. 14 million square kilometers. It is the 5th largest continent. In comparison, Antarctica is twice the size of Australia. 98% of Antarctica is covered in ice.
Really? You reading it like that?
Yeah, that's all it say up here on it.
No, move over. Let me get in that video. Move over, y'all, because he don't know what the hell he goddamn doing.
Hey,
all right,
you tell me at the last minute.
He sit up there, Antarctica,
Well,
Come on now.
You tell me at the last minute what you
And
expect.
I don't give a goddamn. He should have it natural, right? You see what I'm saying? He should have it natural. All right, y'all. Can you pass me my glasses, please? Because, see...
Where is your glasses at?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then he get mad because he ain't doing it right. We got millions of thousands of people watching us, y'all.
I ain't getting mad.
You know what I mean? Millions of thousands of people. I know he don't feel good, y'all. He don't feel good, but it is what it is. All right. First of all, goddamn it, ain't no such thing as a flat earth. Let's get that straight. I don't believe in no flat earth, okay? The womb of a woman's body is round, okay? Is round, okay? The water in her body when she's pregnant with a baby, you understand? It's just shaped. Her womb is shaped just like the earth when she's pregnant. Ain't no goddamn such thing as a flat earth. Anyway, can I see that, please?
They be asking personal questions. Somebody asking
Now, for those who don't know, Antarctica is Earth's southmost continent, so they say. Because honestly, what I don't believe is that they're in the South Pole. I believe they switched it around like they switched everything else around, okay? I believe Antarctica is really the North Pole and not the South Pole, okay? It contains the geographic South Pole and is situated in the Antarctic region of the Southern Hemisphere, almost entirely south of Antarctica Circle, and is surrounded by the Southern Ocean at 14 million square kilometers, 5,400 million square miles. It is the 5th largest continent, okay? For comparison, Antarctica is nearly twice the size of Australia. About 98% of Antarctica is covered by ice that averages 1.9 in thickness, which extends to all but the northmost reaches of the Antarctica Peninsula. And that damn AC. Yeah. I wanted to read that because so y'all will get an idea how huge Antarctica is, okay? Now, it was requested by John Dean on here for me to go and scry a remote view into Antarctica, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Somebody asked a personal question. Can I go into the spiritual realms? We're not doing spiritual realms tonight. We'll do that another time. We're going into Antarctica.
No, she said, who are your divine parents?
No, there was another question there that was there. Now, you've heard many stories about Antarctica. You looked on YouTube. They got many videos about Antarctica, okay? About, like he said, the fallen angels. Supposedly there's some fallen angels on the other side. First of all, God damn it. Fallen angels my behind. Okay? Ain't no fallen angels over there. They talked about Atlantis being under Antarctica, okay? Now, they claim that nobody can go over there, but you all know they have, you know, people set up over there. There was supposed to be a big meeting with all the world leaders in Antarctica. That was another thing you heard, okay? Now, saying that, I'm going to go into Antarctica. And I don't have to go deep in it. I don't know if Spirit is working with me because I've been doing my green challenge or what. But first of all, I seen this a while back before I even decided to do this video. And it was requested by somebody here on YouTube. Okay? First of all, on the other side of Antarctica, what Spirit showed me is the outside of the planet Earth. Okay? I seen an open portal that goes outside of this planet through Antarctica, okay? As you've seen, we just mentioned how large it was. And you're talking about miles and miles. You're talking about 5,400 million miles, you know, Antarctica is. That's not the only thing that's near or in, connected to Antarctica, okay? Now, what Spirit shows me is that there was somebody who put it on YouTube, which I honestly seen spiritually, that the city of Atlantis is connected to Antarctica, but it comes all the way from ancient Egypt or Kemet, okay? Now, there's a connection with all of that. Now, they try to say it's a secret, but no. Spirit clearly showed me that there is an open portal through Antarctica that goes out to space. Not only that, Spirit showed me something crazy today. We was watching the 5 most, unique things about Antarctica, and they was talking about the lakes that was there. They showed you the mountains. They showed you the green ice. You know what I mean?
They say it's a mountain made of coal there.
Yeah.
Also,
somebody said what?
They claim it's a mountain made of coal.
They said there was a mountain made of coal there. What's interesting to me is what Spirit showed me with that is that there are other beings in Antarctica that they don't want you to know about. And not only that, there was, I think it was a water shaped, I think where the lakes were in Antarctica, there was some water that was shaped like a dolphin. Now, you all know the dolphins came from another planet, okay? And the dolphins came through Antarctica on this earth, okay? Now, with saying that, well, we got to understand, they don't want us to know, but Spirit showed me clearly that when you go through certain parts of Antarctica, it takes you out into the other planets, into the universe, into the galaxy, okay? So that's the secret that they don't want you to know, that I see clearly spiritually. And there's many different type of beings that come through Antarctica, and when they said these world leaders were having actual meetings, they're meeting with these other beings. Okay? Now, y'all, some people don't believe it. Y'all believe it the hell y'all want to believe. Spirit don't lie. Spirit don't lie. And there's different type of beings that come or that are existent in Antarctica. Okay? What are some of the questions that people are asking?
Somebody want to know, does it really exist? Because he feels it doesn't exist.
Does Antarctica exist?
Yeah.
Yeah, it exists. They gotta have a portal somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. Think about it. This earth is round. You know what I mean? If you look at the earth from outside of the earth, you understand there has to be a major portal that they can come through. So yes, I do believe it exists. I'm not even saying believe, I see.
Set says, I think we're living under a dome.
You think we're living under a dome? Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. I know for a fact this earth ain't flat. I know for a fact this earth is not flat. So when we actually look at Antarctica, first of all, they're saying it's made of ice. I, again, do not believe it's the South Pole. I believe it's the North Pole. I really do. I think they switched it around. I think that, they told you it was the South Pole, but the South Pole is really the North Pole, and the North Pole is really the South Pole. Okay? Now, I think there's some connection where they talk about how the I think it's Antarctica and the so-called North Pole is affecting the earth and bringing about the global warming, okay? Those beings are on this dimension. They're on our earth. There's a lot of beings on this earth we haven't even seen yet. They're not going to let you see it. They don't want people to panic. Oh, they got a lot of secrets up in there, trust me. But I see these beings spiritually. Spiritually, there's other beings on this earth. And some of them look just like you and I. This is not a joke or game. You think they're human, but they're not. And like I said, they come right through that portal through Antarctica. They come through that water. And when we spoke of Atlantis, when we did the video about the Sphinx, we talked about the Sphinx, okay? When we talked about the Sphinx going under the Sphinx and under the Giza pyramids, there's a direct connection to the city of Atlantis. There are water beings. Don't get it confused, y'all. There's some water beings. There's other beings on this earth. And they come right through that portal through Antarctica. But there's other beings that come through from different planets. Now, I don't know if I told you all this before. Logically thinking. I like to get people to logically think, okay? Logically think now. Using your logical senses. Think about it. if this earth is made up of 75% water and you are 75% water, your brain is 95% and your blood is 83%, wouldn't you be considered water beings, right? So we're made up of the same materials of the earth and some of the materials of the cosmos. Now think about it. Venus, planet Venus, that's mostly a volcanic planet. So think about it logically. Wouldn't the beings be made up mostly of that planet and aspects of the universe as well? See, we don't use our logical senses. You hear them talking about Mars all the time. You hear the Zulu that say they come from Mars. You hear the Dogon that say they come from Sirius A and B, you know, stars. So what does that tell us? That we are basically dealing with other beings, whether it's Mars, whether it's Mars, whether it's Pluto, Jupiter. You know, Jupiter is the most spiritual planet. Jupiter is huge. And actually, Jupiter protects us, puts a spiritual shield around the earth, okay, and protects us from many things. But, you know, years ago, the Spirit told me to start talking and using the planet Jupiter to do ritual work, okay? And when you look at all these planets, these beings are just made up of their planets, of whatever, you know, their planets are made up of. They're made up of that, along with some of the stuff from the actual universe. And see, come on now, people got to use their minds. You just got logical thinking. Think about it, you know. So actually, any planet or any other planet that's out there, okay, have some aspect of the actual universe that resides within their beingness, okay, but they're also made up of the elements of their planet, okay? And it sounds crazy to some, but you know what? I don't give a goddamn how crazy it sounds. It's logical when you think about it. It's logical when you think about it. Come on, common sense, okay? Common sense. You're 75% water, your earth is 75% water. You know, if Venus is 75% volcanic, then the beings of Venus are 75% volcanic. Okay? So a lot of times we don't like to use our logical senses. Now, when it comes to Antarctica, that's the gate, the gateway. You know what I mean? That's the gateway. Is that your headphones? No. That's the gateway to and from the galaxy. And that's what Spirit showed me. And they don't want to show you that other side, because in the other side is where you get out and come in. You get out and come in. And that's what I see, okay? That's what I see. Now, any questions, family? Jupiter was hit by the comet.
They said the astronauts say it's dark and cold in space. Then why they can't see the sun or the moon?
Because they're lying. Another thing I don't believe is that they're millions of miles away. I really don't. I think if we go through Antarctica and go out of this earth, that you'll see Jupiter right there, probably 10 feet away. You'll see Mars right there, about 20 feet away. You know what I mean? You'll see, I think you'll see, you know, these planets closer than what they're telling you. You know, and some can't fathom this, because it's like, you know, you believe what they tell you. You believe what they show you. Take yourself, go within. Tap into the energy of the universe. Tap into the energy, you know, that you are made up of. You know what I mean? Take yourself out. Take yourself out into the universe. Take yourself out there. You know, and I'm talking about, some of you all know how to astroplane, you know. Take yourself out there and just see for yourself. Don't go by what man shows you. You know.
Somebody asked, can you see the bends with your third eye open?
Can I what?
See the bends with your third eye open. The beings you were talking about in Antarctica.
The beings?
Yeah.
You know what? At the end of the day, it's not your third eye, it's your first eye. Let's get it right. Don't ever let them tell you it's your third eye. That's a Western terminology. It's a first eye. Because you're always going to be spiritual first. You're always going to be spiritual first, okay? Basically, your spirit, your inyama, your energy was here first. So it's always going to be your first eye that you're going to see with, okay? These are your third and second eyes, okay? Now, yes, I can Some of the beings I do see, they look like us. Some of the beings look like us, okay? Some of them look weird. Some of them look like, what I see is some of them look like they're made of ice, okay? Some of them look like they're made of ice. These beings are, this is crazy because, you know, I'm seeing some weird type of, weird, you know, some of them, you know what's funny? Let me say something. It was funny because as I was speaking of the dolphins earlier, you know, I always love dolphins. I've always had a connection with dolphins. And dolphins are supposed to be some of the smartest, you know, mammals. Let me say this to you. Them dolphins are a lot smarter than what they say, okay? Them dolphins come from another planet. Them dolphins come from another planet. And the dolphins actually, they communicate. Years ago, I talk to them, I speak to them, I communicate with them. So they came from another planet, but you know, they was killing them over in Japan. Thought it was funny. That's why Japan had that big ass earthquake and it shut it down. But anyway, there's some beings. I see some type of beings over in Antarctica, like I said, that are shaped like, they look like ice, almost like crystal people, okay? They look like they're made of crystal, these beings that I'm seeing, okay? And they have the power. It looks like these beings have the power to change. Because some of these beings that are coming from these other planets are pretty much, it seems like they have more, how can I put this? Like they can shapeshift, okay? They have a lot more power than some of us here on Earth do. And these beings can shapeshift. They can turn into humans, okay? They can turn into reptiles. They can turn into, you know, so these beings are interesting. These beings are very interesting.
Somebody asked, are they connected to the goddess Oshun because of they're made of water?
Oshun is a river goddess. If anything, they would be more connected to Yemeya or Mamiwata, okay? Oshun is a river goddess, okay? But at the end of the day, before Oshun, you know, there was Aset. And there's, you know, that's another show we're going to talk about, okay? So, you know, if anything, these dolphins have a connection with them. You know, Spirit showed me, see, the city of Atlantis, you know, when we speak of the city of Atlantis that supposedly got lost, there's still beings, there are water beings still existing, okay? And as a matter of fact, if you all look at your cells, you know, when the baby is born, it looks just like a tadpole, the sperm looks like a tadpole, and then you develop, you look like an amphibian in your mother's stomach, you know what I mean? So we're water beings, clearly, and some of us have changed over to, you know, the human form that we are now. But if you think about it, we're in a dense form of water that's called Earth. However, there's some of them that have the ability that still are underwater. Let me tell you this, underwater cities where these beings are even more powerful than us. They can transform from human to from water, you know, mermaids, water people to earth people. It's amazing, y'all. If y'all can see what I see, this is real. Okay, and they don't want, this is their secret, but I mean, Spirit showed me clearly this is not a secret, really. You know what I mean? It's no secret. This is real. This is real. What else? Anybody other questions?
Are they disagreeable or agreeable to us? Are they allowed to interact?
Honestly speaking, I don't think they're disagreeable at all. Because if they was disagreeable, they would have did something a long time ago. I really, honestly think these beings, and I'm gonna say what I see with some of these beings as they're running things, and this is why you have the world leaders, okay? And I think it was the religious leaders was supposedly meeting over there with them. Why? Why is it just the religious leaders? Think about it, okay? I do see there's a council of these beings that communicate with these leaders, okay? And let me tell y'all this. These beings are kind of tired, you know, or upset about what's going on here on Earth, okay? Let me tell you something. When y'all watch certain movies, I think it was, which movie was it? It was a movie where
Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending we were watching, and they were fighting over who owned the Earth. There's a lot of truth to those movies. They're giving you somewhat truth when you see stuff like that. If you didn't see Jupiter Ascending, go watch it. Really good movie. But it clearly shows you that, you know, there's some other stuff going on. They try to make you believe that it's not real, but it's real. Okay? It's real. Jupiter rising before the Mandela effect. What's so funny?
I'm reading that too.
Oh.
That's what I was laughing at.
Jupiter rising before the Mandela effect. You know, and like I said, Jupiter is a very, very highly spiritual planet. But I believe these beings are actually, the meeting was about them getting this shit together here on this goddamn earth, okay? That's what I see the meeting was about. And these beings are communicating like, y'all better get it together.
As far as what, like war or what?
Huh?
As far as what, get what together, like that?
As far as cleaning up this earth. You know, you see, the thing about it is, as I was saying on my other videos, that, you know, we have tainted this earth. Man has totally tainted this earth. They're not caring for this planet like they're supposed to. They're raping the planet of resources, okay? They're digging her womb, as I told you all. Texas is getting her karma, okay? Because Texas is up there, and Texas is pretty much, you know, digging in her womb, okay? And what we got to understand, family, is that at the end of the day, you know, these beings are saying, okay, you're not going to keep doing this to the planet. You're not going to keep doing this. You know, we're in charge of this planet too. We got cities underwater here. Y'all need to get it right. You know what I mean? Y'all need to get it right. And what's funny is because they're giving us warnings. This, like with the weather, okay? Y'all see what's going on in Houston. Y'all see what's going on in you see what's going on in Louisiana. Y'all get ready to see what's coming down the East Coast, so you better get prepared. See, I told some of y'all folks a couple of weeks ago. I said, y'all, get your survival kits ready. And a few of my fans is on Facebook. Okay? And they from Texas, and they wasn't listening, okay? Get your kits ready. This is the age of water. We are going to see more water. There's 3 hurricanes brewing up off of my island in Africa called Cabo Verde, right off of the Atlantic Ocean, okay? And they're coming with vengeance. Harvey ain't nothing compared to what y'all getting ready to see. And we are going to be getting a lot of rain. Midwest, yes, expect it too. Expect it too. East Coast, coming up East Coast, yes, expect it too. Okay, y'all, I'm telling y'all better get prepared. Get on Amazon, order your, you know, somebody said, damn, order your survival kits, order your blow-up boats, do what you got to do. Because we are going to see an overwhelming, amount of rain, okay? We're going to see an overwhelming amount of rain. Flooding in some areas, okay? Just get ready. Get your flashlights, power outages, okay? West Coast, y'all too. Y'all got some water over there too. You're gonna see it in the West Coast too, Star Power, okay?
They frack a lot too. They frack just as much as Texas.
Well, California, yeah, he just said they frack just as much as Texas. We were saying that, you know what? But see, California still got a major earthquake coming to California.
Yeah, they messed up the water out there. It's like in certain areas, it's all in the water.
Yeah, well, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Go look it up. 3 hurricanes brewing off of my island called Cabo Verde. And let me tell y'all something. That water is no joke. We are again in the age of water. Basically saying that, you know what, y'all better start paying homage to water. You know, as I told y'all before, I get in the shower, I pay homage to that water. I'm not playing. Okay? Let me see. We are not safe. Actually, you know what? Nobody's safe. And see, what Spirit shows me, before they let man, okay, because y'all heard about North Korea, you know, sending a missile over Japan. Now they're threatening to do it over Guam, okay? Now they're doing it over Guam. What we have to understand is that they're not going to let man destroy this earth using their missiles and tools. I told you all, I had a dream years ago when the Spirit and the ancestors were talking to me. I was on top of the mountains, and they said that they shut down every nuclear weapon around the world. See, this is what some of that meeting is about with them world leaders, okay, over in Antarctica, okay? So with saying that, they're not going to let them do that, okay? And not only that, Mother I told you our mother's angry. We have tainted her womb. We have tainted her womb. We're messing with her blood, which is oil. We're messing with her resources, which is, you know, all of the resources they use to make your computers. And what is that, coal train they call it, something like that? You know, different resources. They're doing too much. They're doing too much. And you know what? They've been doing too much. So mother's saying, they're talking about global warming. No, this is mother. This is the womb of this earth. This is the earth fighting back. Okay? So again, we ain't seen nothing yet. So y'all get ready. Yes, everybody's going to be affected. And this is going to be the first in history's time when you're going to see many states, northeast, northeast, west, and south, that are going to deal with some type of hurricanes, some type of earthquakes, some type of water catastrophes. There's going to be a lot this year. Y'all watch. Don't say I didn't tell you so, okay? Hurricane Irma, exactly, gaining strength in the Atlantic Ocean. And Hurricane Irma is a female, and when she's coming, she's coming. Harvey kind of, you know what I mean? Hurricane Irma's coming to tear some shit up, okay? She's coming to tear some shit up. Don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Okay? But there are, now, we were doing the remote viewing into Antarctica. As I told you all, what I see, Antarctica is a straight portal to the outside of the earth. Okay? And I see that it also is a portal. There's water. You see all, if y'all go on YouTube, they show some beautiful pictures of Antarctica. I mean, that water was just like pearl blue, you know what I mean? And then they showed the green ice, you know. And as I'm watching these, I'm looking at the pictures. I'm saying, yeah, there's under. If you go under that water right there, Atlantis is under there. You know what I mean? If you go out this through this over here, you're gonna go out to the earth. You see what I'm saying?
Upstream rivers.
They got upstream rivers. It was beautiful, okay? But you can clearly tell just by looking at the pictures if all of those are real pictures. I don't know why Spirit just gave me that. If you're looking at the pictures, you'll see that these, you know, these are definitely portals. Portals, okay? Okay. Any questions, family, before we get ready to get out of here?
Is it true that the coastline will shift due to a meteor? Or is it the beings in Antarctica that shifted?
Is it true that the coastline was shifted due to a meteor? Where did you hear that from? Where did you hear that from? Okay? Let me know where you heard that from. But, you know, honestly speaking, we got to understand that this is a transformation taking place. Now, somebody spoke about the Mandela effect earlier. Mandela effect is real and it's an effect, okay? They're doing a lot of things to trick the eye and trick the human mind, okay? And they also make it possible to do things to the earth. There's some things that the earth is doing naturally. As I told you before, we're going through a major transformation. We're in the 25,920 year transformation stage where we're going through another evolutionary process. So a lot of things, every species, you know, the earth, the planets are going through this transformation, okay?
She says a government website. She can't remember exactly which one.
Okay, I honestly speaking, spiritually seeing, I don't see that it was a meteor. I see that they messing around with stuff. They doing stuff they ain't got no goddamn business doing, okay? That's what I see. Okay. Mandela effect is supposedly this effect that actually took place because they named it Mandela effect because it was something posted years ago how Mandela died in 92 and then they showed him dying again. That's basically what they call the Mandela effect, whereas they're trying to trick your mind, make you believe something happened then and then they changed it. You know, you got to go look it up. I don't feel like getting into that whole thing, but you got to go look it up. They talk about the Mandela effect. It's basically, you know, changing things and trying to, you know, get rid of the consciousness, the subconsciousness that they programmed and brainwashed and bring in another conscious, you know, subconscious brainwashing mechanism by making you believe that, you know, it was this way when it was this way, okay?
Yeah, I believe the Mandela effect was like what you was talking about, the spiritual contract, when they did it with him the first time and then he came back and he died again. I was just thinking about that.
Okay. Any questions, family?
Well, I need another contract with him. Why can't we go to Antarctica? Do these beings want to remain a secret?
Honestly speaking, the beings, it's sort of what I see with some kind of agreement. And they say nobody can go, but they go over to Antarctica. They got camps set up there now. It's really on behalf of our leaders. You know, these beings are saying, no, they're not ready for us yet. That's what I see. So, you know, so they're not allowing people to go over. But there's some things that these beings are getting on them leaders about, okay? And that means fixing and doing what they got to do, okay? You know how this government is so secretive. You know, they think, you know, they make the decision for the whole of humanity. And, you know, feel like we wouldn't be ready for something like that. You got to remember, they kept us alive for so long. You know what I mean? So they don't think humanity is ready to hear this type of information. They don't think humanity can deal with it. You know, they think they're going to panic. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, so it's like this little secret. Let's keep it a secret. But what I'm seeing spiritually is that these beings are going to start coming in and you know what I mean?
What role does CERN play in the meeting with the leaders?
Always trying to do something, okay? Trying to figure out a way to manipulate again the forces of the universe, okay? And pretty much, you know, CERN playing around don't understand that they're just, you know, opening the door or opening the portal for more disagreeable beings to come down from other dimensions, okay? And we're saying that government is very familiar with that. They're trying to, again, control. Man thinks they have control, you know, which they don't realize that they do not have control, okay? Man's way of trying to do whatever they can do, whatever they're doing with CERN, you know, whether it's trying to find other planets to live on, you know what I mean? You know, it's pretty much, you know, them doing, you know, things they ain't supposed to be doing and trying to manipulate the forces again and playing around with shit they ain't got no business playing around with, okay?
Do you think they're talking about melanated people in the meeting?
Do I think they're talking about melanated people in the meeting? Let me see if I can hear. Let me see if I can hear that. Are they talking about melanated people in the meeting? They're talking about human beings. You see? They're talking about human beings. Not just melanated people, but human beings. You know, and what I see too is that they're pretty much talking about this transformation. It's like these beings are familiar how we were made and where we came from, how we were put into existence. That's what I'm seeing spiritually. These beings know this. They're also, I see also meaning about our DNA reactivation. I see them talking about that. There's some deep stuff up in here, y'all. There's some deeper stuff up in here, y'all. And let me tell y'all what's crazy about this is because there's a lot of conversation about what's going on with the human race. I can't give y'all too much. Spirit said no. Don't do it. Okay. I listen. I obey Spirit. What else? Anything else y'all want to know?
Let me see. Say now the North Pole is not even there.
That's that Mandela effect that they're talking about. That's the Mandela effect they're talking about. Oh, the North Pole. Now all of a sudden it's not there. Where'd it disappear to? Where'd it go? Where'd it disappear to? See? See, you all got to remember this is a time too where you're going to be going back into yourself, okay? You're going to become more spiritual. This is why I told you all about the green challenge. You understand, getting your bodies right, drinking more water, being in paying homage to that water, because this transformation is going to actually, you know, take you on a next level of vibration as a beingness here on this earth, okay? So when they speak of DNA reactivation, okay, it's, activation, it's reactivation, because at one time, during ancient times, we actually used all of our strands of DNA. We're coming back into that time again, okay? Now, what?
there's fires in Nevada. Do these beings have anything to do with that?
The fires in Nevada? No, I don't think these beings. That's man. That's man's doing. That's what I see. That's man's doing. As I was saying, you know, so we're going through this transformation, and this transformation is huge. Okay. This transformation is huge, and what we have to understand is that you have to embrace this energy. This is a time for you to be taking your mind, body, and soul back. They know the time that we're in, and they're going to try to keep you in their illusion, in their matrix, okay? Now, it's up to you to take your mind, body, soul, and soul back from man, okay? And what's crazy, you know, I get on Twitter, I get on Facebook, I get on all of these sites, and I just see everybody in their own little world. They all doing their own thing. They ain't paying attention to what the hell is going on around them. Not even some of these celebrities. Y'all need to pay attention to. Y'all celebrities need to pay attention to. Okay? And y'all appear thinking y'all stars. Y'all ain't but another star in the universe, because everything that happens to regular folks is going to happen to y'all too. Because I know a few celebrities that's caught up in the world. They ain't paying attention to nature. Ain't paying attention to what's getting ready to come. Like they can't be affected. Some of y'all celebrities better get it together too. And people that's so caught up in their daily life, start paying attention to what's going on around you. Okay? The Green Challenge is a challenge that was given to me by Spirit for us to do. Okay? I was told by Spirit to put it out there that we do a Green Challenge, where we're actually paying homage back to the plants. Plants alive, those are our brothers and sisters. And you know what? We need to respect them. We need to pay homage to them. As I always say, when you walk outside, you walk into yourself. Okay? And nature provides everything that we need to sustain life. And with saying that, I was given by Spirit for us to do a green challenge, which means for 5 days, you are to eat everything green. Everything green. So far, we're on our 2nd day. First and foremost, what you want to do is you want to actually cleanse your body out. Get a colon cleanse. Cleanse your body internally with the colon cleanse. You can get an enema or go get a colonic. Cleanse your body out from behind, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to start your green diet. Anything green. Anything green. Now, I'm sorry, it's not a diet, it's a challenge, because people think it's a diet. And it's going to do your body good. But what I was told by Spirit is that it's going to cleanse our cells, and it's going to help regenerate our cells and help us through our transformation with this DNA reactivation. That's what I was told. And like I said, when Spirit speaks, I move. Okay, so we're on our 2nd day. You can use butter, you can use onions, stuff like that. But we did a video on Facebook, and on Facebook you'll see I bought a whole bunch of greens. Like yesterday we had cabbage. I cooked cabbage with butter and, you know, and some onions, a lot of onions, you know, spice it up a little bit with a seasoning salt. And then on for breakfast this morning we had celery with peanut butter. Okay, that's to help with the taste, because again, this is not a diet. The diet is to go. The goal is to eat as much greens as you can. You're paying homage to these greens. You're thanking these greens, you know, for being here for you to sustain life. You know what I mean? So eat as much as you can, but don't overdo it. Just mostly eat greens. No meat. No starches, okay? But if you want to use a little cheese in your salad, if you can't deal with it, you know, so like for dinner we had, I had raw kale with salad, cucumbers, and we put a little cheese in there because the raw kale is very strong, okay? It was organic. And then I cooked zucchini with it, okay? But the goal is to eat everything green that you can, whether it's cooked. And when you cook it, don't overcook it, because you know, you're taking the nutrients out of it, okay? Say it again.
That's it. Kale is nasty.
He had a hard time eating the kale. He was making faces and, you know, couldn't deal with it. And I was like, look, damn it, you're going to thank me later. Eat this kale right here. You know what I mean? This is helping you.
Will there be any noticeable or visible visible changes when your DNA reactivates? Will they be able to see it?
You'll feel it. You'll feel it. And I'm going to tell you, because I don't know how you feel.
Feel like shit.
He said he feel like shit. Okay? My thing is, what I notice is my body, okay? is my body. I'm getting aches and pains, but spiritually I know it's the cells. It's the cells working them, working themselves. So I'm getting aches and pains, but I could feel it. I can feel the difference. Okay. Now remember, we're only on our second day. Okay. I'm only on the second day. So we're saying that we'll see how we feel after that fifth day. Okay. And now what Spirit told me with the green challenge is pretty much we need to do this from now on. So you're gonna do it twice a month. Okay, twice a month, which means that we're going to do it every other week. Okay, every other week.
Somebody said, can they drink some prune juice or something like that instead of sticking something up their bum?
Some people feel uncomfortable with that. I mean, I guess you could, but I'm one that, look here, I want my stuff clean inside and out. Okay, so I mean, the actual enema actually helps clean out the smaller intestine, and then if you do the colon cleanse, it'll help push out the large intestine. You know what I mean? But my thing was trying to get everything clean. I wanted everything out. Okay, everything. I was like, get it all out, because I got to get it right. Because like I said, when Spirit speak, I move. Spirit said, y'all got to do this. I do it. Okay. Any more questions, y'all?
Sean Jackson said, do you see any asteroids hitting the Earth?
Do I see any asteroids hitting the Earth? No, not now. Not in the near future, Sean Jackson. Not in the near future. I don't see that. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay? Yeah. That doesn't mean maybe 10 years from now, that something might come flying down here, messing with the Earth, okay? But you got to remember, that's what Jupiter's for. Jupiter actually protects the magnetic grid around the Earth. So, pretty much.
Do you see any earthquakes on the West Coast?
I don't know if you see my video. I did see, I think it was August predictions, and actually Sunday I'm going to do September predictions, but yeah, I seen an earthquake coming between Seattle and California, and I seen a big one. So yes, so y'all prepare for that, okay? Y'all prepare for that, okay? So I do. Well, in the Midwest, I'm going to tell you all like this. I do see earthquakes and I do see hurricanes coming. There's going to be some flooding there. This year, family, we're going to see a lot more flooding. You're going to see a lot more water dropping down on this earth because, again, remember, we are in the time of water. Organic green food and fresh food. Yes, organic green, but the fresh food has to be green too. As they said, everything green. Spirit said everything green. Green grapes, green apples, and make sure they're not, the ones seedless because those are not real. You want to get everything green, okay? That's what you want to do, okay?
KT said, maybe can you do remote viewing on various planets?
Can I do remote viewing on yeah, it's funny because actually one time I had a dream. I wasn't doing remote viewing. I had a dream that I was in a planet that was made of crystal, and they were crystal people. Okay, and actually I did a song about it. I do music, y'all, but I only do my music for my own personal things. I'm not trying to be a singer. I'm not trying to profess to be the great singer. I do it to send spiritual messages to my clients, okay? And pretty much I had a dream that I was on a planet and it was made of all crystal. But after that year, I think a year later, they was doing some so-called, so they say, and they know these planets exist. They found a planet that was made of all, what did they say? Was it crystals, or it was all clear, whatever they said it was, okay? And in the dream, I was talking to these beings, and it was really, really nice, and they let me in the door, and they were made of crystal. To remote viewing them, I would love to do that. I haven't tried that, so maybe we can do that. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to go remote viewing Jupiter. I just know Jupiter is very spiritual. I know that I come from the planet Saturn. People think I'm crazy, but I say that I come from the planet Saturn, okay? Based off of a dream. And not only that, I just feel connected to the planet Saturn, okay? So pretty much, yeah, I can probably do that. Maybe we'll work on that another time, and we'll do some remote viewing into the different planets, okay?
Someone said they think the sun and the moon are holograms made especially for the human body.
You think that the sun and moon are holograms made especially for the human body. Okay, you might have a point. Honestly, for some strange reason or the other, I think that the I don't know about being a hologram though, because that's trying to burn the shit out of your ass. I don't know about that, okay? Holograms ain't gonna burn, you know what I mean, ain't gonna burn you. But the sun, stay out there in long enough in 110, 15 degrees. I don't know about that being a hologram.
Somebody said, I've been feeling a strong energy in my upper part of my stomach, solar plexus. Do you think it has to do with the transformation?
I sure do. If you don't have anything physically wrong, and you have been to the doctors and you have gotten every test in the world, and yeah. But, you know, the body is changing. Remember, we're changing at a cellular level, okay? What?
Somebody said, when we die, do we go to the light or from it?
When we die, do we go to the light or from it? When we die, the physical body returns back to the earth. When we die, that energy goes back to the cosmos. Through the realms. Through the different realms. Sometimes, okay, we stay on the third or fourth realm. Sometimes we go on. Some of the ancestors go on to the higher realms. You understand? With the higher councils. But when we die, you know, I don't like to, because, you know, people want to say the light. No, that's not African tradition.
That's, you know,
okay.
I've heard them say you go towards the darkness because
the
light will bring you back to this realm.
Right. You know what I mean? It's
a trick.
What?
Like it's a trick. They say when you die, you're supposed to go towards the darkness because the light will bring you back to this realm. I think that's what he's talking.
Oh, okay. So they say when you die, you go towards the darkness because the light will bring you back to this realm. And that could be something you could logically think about for the simple fact, you know, if you look at how energy works, you know, us being, you know, stars, from the stars, being made up of some aspects of the stars in the universe. When a woman gets pregnant, now think about it. That energy, because sex is energy. Sex is energy, remember that. So when that orgasm takes place, that energy is sent out to the universe, and then you ever see this is what I honestly believe, that when you see that fallen star, that star is entering into the womb of a woman to produce a baby. Okay?
Somebody asked, what is your take on the last week's solar eclipse?
I did a video about it. If you look on YouTube, I did a video about the pre-energy, the stagnation. You know what's funny? Because the solar eclipse, all right, I'm sorry, y'all, because I get Twitter hits from some of my celebrity, you know, family that I watch out for. That got movies, Eddie, Lamont Rucker, Eddie Griffin, Chuck D, all of them, and they just tweeting their asses off, and they tweeting and putting messages down. All right, what I was saying is that, what was the question again?
What is your take on the solar eclipse?
The solar eclipse energy, we're still dealing with it right now. This energy is also affecting it's affecting the storms coming off the Atlantic Ocean, okay? So pretty much, we're going to see a lot more disagreeable energy, and it's caused by the solar eclipse energy, but we're going to also see agreeable energy. I'm going to say give it a couple more weeks. We're going to see some more disagreeable energy coming about, and then you're going to start seeing agreeable energy, okay?
Somebody said, are the Anunnaki living in Antarctica?
Are the Anunnaki living in Antarctica? Okay. I see they come through Antarctica. I see the Anunnaki do what they want to do. They be all over the place. That's what I see. I don't see they live on this planet. I see that they travel through Antarctica, okay? And I see that they, you know, That they come all over the planet. They do what they want to do. I think the Anunnaki is responsible for creating human beings. Next.
That's it. I don't see nothing else.
How close are the other planets? You know, I really honestly believe what I've seen in my spiritual eye that they were closer than what they're telling us. I see that we walk out through Antarctica and go outside the Earth, they're probably like 20 feet away. You know what I mean? Just picture yourself going like, you know, we're here in Atlanta, so it's like, you know, Jupiter is probably from here to North Carolina. And then, you know, you got, you know, Saturn that's from here to New York. You know, they're 14 hours away. Really. Really. You know what I mean? 14 hours. So we're saying that, I honestly see spiritually that they're closer than what they're telling us. Like you could, you know, travel in a car. I don't see that, you know, I don't foresee them being as far as what they try to make you believe. Are these Antarctica beings transforming with us? Yes, they are. But these beings actually are, yes, they are, because everything in the universe is transforming. Okay? Transitioning. Okay? But the thing about it, these beings are all I can say, these beings have so much more power. Y'all think we got superpower. Some of us, they got more power than you could imagine. Like I said, these beings can shapeshift. They can turn into humans. These beings got some phenomenal stuff that we ain't never seen and that would be beyond our comprehension. Okay?
Can they move shit with their mind?
They could move shit with their mind. They could do shit with their eyes. Like I told y'all before. A lot of stuff that you see on TV is not always just TV. I'm going to leave it at that. It's real. It's real, y'all. And you know, what Spirit showed me too, is that we're going to actually be seeing some stuff. I don't know. Spirit just showed me like between November and December, January, you're going to hear something about some alien, something going on. Something about alien and between November and January. There's going to be something about some aliens, okay? All right, we got 1 more minute left, y'all. I've been on here for an hour. So, what's the last question?
When they come back, they have superpowers, supernatural powers.
When who comes back, do they have
super... talking about people that got abducted by mermaids.
People that got abducted by mermaids?
People from the West Indies speaking about being abducted by mermaids. And when they come back, they have supernatural powers.
I don't know about that. I heard the ones that was in the West Indies got abducted by mermaids but never was seen again. That these mermaids was taking the men, and when they would get them, they would wouldn't bring them back, okay? No, I haven't been in a spaceship physically, spiritually, but not physically. But over in Africa, we have the same story. As a matter of fact, the island that, where my family comes from, Cabo Verde, off of the west coast of Africa, the story was that all the women there came from the sea. They believed that all the women were actual mermaids. Okay? And what's amazing, family, is that, I think there's some truth to that. And, a lot of people think that the Portuguese just came and discovered the island, but that's a whole bunch of bull. There were Africans on the island before the Portuguese even came over to Cabo Verde, Angola, Mozambique. There was Africans on the island already. Okay? But the story that was told over the years and over generations is that all the women that came out of the sea that made it with the men. Okay, and what was crazy is because me, my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, my aunties could swim like fish, and they used to take us over to the sea. Because when me and my cousins were little, they used to take us. We used to have to go dig for sea, like they called them quahogs, but you know the clams, and we would have to go dig for fish, and we would dig for the, you know, they called them periwinkles. They would take us to the sea, my aunts and grandmother and them. So yeah, I believe that there's some truth to that story. You know what I mean? And what's even more crazy is my granddaughter. She's 5, and this is the first year she went swimming. She know how to swim already. My daughter's like, Ma, how do Tiana already know how to swim? I think there's some truth to that, y'all, real. But I believe that my daughter's an ancestor that came back. She's my mother that came back. I do believe that. But she jumped in there and just started swimming. So I honestly feel that there's some belief to that being true for my island of Cabo Verde. But some people say, oh, no, it's not. You don't know what the hell. You don't know. And as a matter of fact, you know, I had a reading done by one of my sisters, and she sees her butt off just like I do, but she can see her butt off, okay? And she told me that when my grandmother transitioned, that she was in the sea. She was looking for help for me because she kept seeing stuff happening on the earth, and there was going to be war and this and that, and it was crazy. And I knew she was telling the truth about some of the things she was seeing because she had never, you know about my grandmother like that. So, you know, I knew there's some truth to what she was saying, but she kept saying that my grandmother was in the sea. I said, you know what, there's some truth to that story that was told over generations about the women being, you know what, being mermaids, okay? But, you know, when I got in the sea, my feet didn't turn to, you know, fish feet, though. But, huh?
Carla Moreno said, I'm sorry for repeating the question. Do they have a specific message for the human race?
Right now, the message that they're giving is to the leaders of the world. And the leaders of the world, okay, are going to be responsible for giving the messages, okay? But what I do see them is I see them reprimanding the leaders of the world. There's some things they need to get together here on Earth, okay? The message is basically what we've been saying. This transformation is taking place with the human beings here on this earth. But the message is for us to embrace this energy, okay? Don't get caught up. Continue to take care of this earth. Don't do like some of the men are doing, which is tainting her womb, okay? So the message, that's basically the message. But there's a bigger message that's going to be given if these world leaders don't get it together. They're going to intervene. They're going to intervene. What's the other question real quick?
Nah, she just said every time her family member dies, she dreams of them being in the sea.
Yeah. Carlos Moreno, where you from? Yeah. Probably could be some truth to that too. You know what I mean? Probably. Does Antarctica and the beans become more visible and accessible as it heats up? You know, they're very good at disguising themselves. They're very good at disguising themselves, okay? They're not going to become more visible. They have power. They have, like I said, they got 10 times more power than we do. Moreno, Carla Moreno, that sounds like a Mexican last name. Are you Mexican? Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a Mexican last name. Okay. But pretty much, you know, I'm going to say this. You all will see. It's getting hot up in here. I got to get ready to get off of here. We had to turn off the AC because it's too loud. But anyway, family, we're going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be coming on what was it? White on white crime? Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about white on white crime tomorrow, okay? It was requested by somebody who asked me to do a video and talking about the real statistics on white and white crime. And how, you know, pretty much they always want to jump on black crime when there's more white on white crime, when really it's just all crime and there's a set of evil people on this goddamn earth, okay? So that's going to be tomorrow night. We're going to do that. And I might go ahead. I might not even talk about that too long. I might go ahead and do, you know, the September 1st. Because when is September 1st, y'all? Is that Friday? I'm going to go ahead and do the, I'm going to do the actual, September predictions, okay?
Mermaids telepathic.
Mermaids are telepathic. They're just like dolphins. Very, very brilliant. Very smart. Yes, they you know, all I can say is that mermaids are highly intelligent, okay? Their language is different, though. I do see a different language with the mermaids, okay? But they can understand. They are telepathic because they can understand any language. So, yeah, they are. But they have a different language. I see, you know, it's funny because what Spirit has shown me, there's some type of gurgling that comes through their throat, the way that they communicate, okay? It's interesting. Interesting. I just seen some stuff that's amazing to me. I just keep seeing mermaids, and I keep seeing them going through. It looks like, I don't know if there's another planet that has water on it, but it's like they can travel through the galaxy, and they can go to other planets, but these planets have water. And when they do, they change their bodies. Wow. Anyway, family, I'm getting hot as hell. Neptune? Is it Neptune? Okay. I don't know if it's Neptune, but I believe one of the other planets, they did discover water on there. Okay? But alright, family. We're going to get out of here. We're just finishing up the comments. Antarctica. The other side of Antarctica is space. That's what Spirit showed me. There are other beings out there communicating with the leaders in reference to what they're going to do to this, okay?
Do you see the leaders ever getting it together?
They're going to get it together because they're scared. These beings are not playing. These beings are not playing. These beings are not playing. Y'all better get it together. We're not going to allow you to destroy this earth. You know what I mean? These beings ain't playing, so they're going to get it together.
Oh, they make it. Have they tried to make weapons to kill these beings?
Have they tried to make weapons to kill these beings? It looks like they tried, but they're not going to be successful. I'm telling you, these are some highly, highly intelligent beings. These are some highly powerful beings that they don't want to mess with. Okay? They don't want to mess with, okay? So I'm going to leave you all with that. Tomorrow night we'll come back and we'll tune in, and we're going to be talking about, unless something else major happens tomorrow, we're going to cover that too, because every day is something, okay? But tomorrow we're going to talk about white and white crime. We're going to talk about September predictions, okay? September predictions. So again, best thing I can start y'all with now, get your survival kits ready. I don't care if you're a goddamn, you know, celebrity or not. Y'all celebrities too, get your stuff ready, okay? On that note, family, peace and blessings. I'm done. I'm ready to go. And you know, my mouth is dry. I got to get out of here. But we'll see y'all tomorrow at the same time, 10 o'clock, okay? Feel free if y'all have a question and y'all want to talk to me, okay? And in my language, bon tarde.